Hi, welcome back to the channel. Join me at Portland International Raceway in the LMP3 car as I find my way around here. It's my first time driving at this track. Been here a few times as a mechanic in the IndyCar series. And as we come out of the pits here, I immediately miss my braking point, clobber the festival curves. I've only seen this course on TV once or twice before, so I really have no idea where I'm going. Just know that this infield section is tight and twisty, and as you can see, not too many landmarks to pick out braking points and turn-in points, but we can figure it out from here. Already have my first spin, haven't even completed a lap. To try to get it back going in the right direction again, I spin again. So I think, okay, let's go back to the pits, start over. Maybe hit this first corner this time. Cut this curve a lot deeper. Nice and easy coming out of festival curves here. Going up through the gears. Pick out my first braking point. Use that corner marshal stand with a 100 marker pretty close to each other. Gonna go nice and easy on the brakes and throttle in its infield section, especially with cold tires in this car. Here you need to get back on the throttle as soon as you can. Back on the brakes, down a gear, find this apex. It's easier said than done with this car, with this giant A-pillar in the way. My first time in this back section here. And I know there's a quick and fast chicane here, but I'm not sure what I need to do. I tried coasting into it. It's far too fast. Completely clogged the corners and then the wall for the first time. And then here I'm just trying to carry more speed into everywhere I'm going, clobbering that wall for the second time. Become very well acquainted with this wall over the next 20 laps or so. That's number 3. It's number 4, slightly different section of the wall this time. And here I finally managed to put in a lap. Get it down to second, then down to first. I'm up almost a second over my optimal lap, which currently is a 1:11, still quite slow. Here I'm going to take it nice and easy through this infield section. Dab a throttle, dab a brakes, get back on. Get on this curb, help me turn. Don't quite get to full throttle here, almost. Try to find that apex, just missed it. Losing a bit of time going down the back straight now. Didn't get a very good run out of that last corner. This part's pretty tricky. Takes me a while to get this down. Harder on the brakes down to third, squirt the throttle back down to second. Find this inside curb here. Get to full throttle as soon as you can. Looks like I'll be slightly up on my optimal lap. So first decent lap we put in. Takes us to a 110.89. But then, as I start pushing and trying to find speed, I meet this wall again. Then I'm finding new and interesting ways to go off track. Too early on the throttle here and feel the TC kicking in. Too much curving here. Still trying to carry a lot more speed than I really can. And here I finally put it all together. Get another flyer in. It's taken me quite a few laps to get to this point. That gives us a 109.7, put this P4 in this session. Starting to gain a little bit of confidence here and there. See, I can see I'm up on my optimal here, so I start pushing a little bit too far, go out wide there and off in the grass, and same story here. Still making a lot of mistakes in this fast chicane. Find that wall for the first time. And here we're gonna go for a full lap around. Decent run off the festival curves there. Hit my marks at the 100 mark. Carry a decent amount of speed, even though I'm down 4/10 here. Get quite a bit through here, starts to push out wide. Come down to the apex, back on throttle early. Clawing back some of my time here. Just 2/10 slow now. Left curb, brakes, throttle, squirt the throttle, back down to second. Throttle as soon as I can. I don't quite carry all the speed out to the edge of the track, but this is still enough to be my optimal lap time by just a little bit here. And that puts us at a 1:08.7, which is good enough for P1 in this group. And let's see, on this lap, I improved just little by little now. Finally getting that first section, the festival curves, down a little bit better. Here I'm getting a decent run coming off the back straight here. This should slightly improve our time. Down to a 1:08.6. And here we have another very small improvement to our time, 1:08.58. Struggling with the festival curves here. And then I just go back the spinning. And here I finally realized I've had the driving line for far too long, so let's turn that off. Should have all my braking points and turn-in points fixed now. And yeah, probably not. Probably left the driving line a little too long. If I was to do it all over again, I think I'd just use the driving line for a max of 3 laps. And here I'm just making the same mistake over and over and over again. On the throttle too soon. TC kicks in. This car is hard to save actually. But in the fixed setup with TC on, can't really do much once it starts going sideways. Just pushing out too wide, get in the gray. That was just too much curve. And again, with too much curve there. Typically in these open wheel or prototype cars, you can't use too much of the curving. It just really unsettles the car because they're so low and stiff. Yeah, too deep on the brakes there. Couldn't get turned in enough. Just clobbering the second set of curves there. Get a decent run off the festival curves this time. Looks like I'm actually going to be able to put a decent lap time in. Finally hitting some of my marks there. Missed that apex, but that's okay. Still looking okay. Use the end of that curb as a braking reference. Just barely up on this curb here. Get to full throttle as soon as you can. Not too hard on the brakes. Back down to second. Find that apex. Here we're still about 2/10 up of our optimal lap here. Squeeze the brakes to the 100 mark. Hit that curb. Hit the right side curb. Just a squirt of throttle, back down 2 gears, find this curve, throttle all the way out. I don't use all the track there like I could have. Probably could have been a little bit earlier in the throttle and less steering input. But even so, that gets us to a 1:08.15. And with that newfound confidence, I'm going to start pushing a little too hard here. And same thing there, probably a little too much curb, backed on throttle too early, push out wide, and again, too early on the throttle probably. Too much braking and steering to put together. Looks like too early on the throttle. It's a pretty tricky infield section to get just right. It'll probably be really fun to race though. I can see a lot of side-by-side action here. A lot of undercut and overcuts. Too much curb there. And this is coming to the checkered flag now for this session. Fast time is still a 108.15. Coming out of the festival curbs there. It looks like I got a chance to beat it. My optimal lap is a 107.7, so I'm really trying for a 107 here. Not losing a lot of time in this section. Pretty difficult section to get just right. You really have to hit your marks and so you can really squeeze the lap time out of this. If you mess up the first section, that mistake really carries through the rest of it. And it's important to get a good run off of the last corner there for this back straightaway. Carry as much speed as you think you can here. Back down to second early on the throttle. Fairly long front straightaway here. And just not quite enough to beat my fast time. But still P1 in this group. I think in higher strength of field and faster classes, you're going to see a 106 easily.